Welcome back, Truth Seeker. May 24th, 2019. In the news today, an explosion in Lyon, France, and they're saying it happened at the intersection of Victor Hugo Road and Sala Road. And right away, the Victor Hugo part stands out in a big way. On April 15th, 2019, we saw the burning of Notre Dame and Al-Aqsa Mosque on the very same day. We talked about how that was a Bavarian Illuminati ritual. And what connects Notre Dame and Al-Aqsa Mosque is the Knights Templar, a Masonic organization, an Illuminati organization. In history, the leader of the Knights Templar was burned at the stake on Friday the 13th, bringing about the superstition in front of Notre Dame. And once upon a time, the Knights Templar, at the end of the Crusades, took over Al-Aqsa Mosque and used it as their base. That's why those two structures burned at the same time. Please go back and see my work on those events. We talked a lot about the Bavarian Illuminati, and now today, May 24th, 2019, we get another event in France, and Victor Hugo, front and center again, just like how he was part of the riddle with the burning on April 15th, as we covered. And the thing about today, May 24th, the day leaving 221 days left in the year, if you write the Bavarian Illuminati, it equals 221. So same riddles again, but let's go through this piece by piece. The location is Lyon, France, which has Gematria of 113. Notice in our four base ciphers, the alphabetic order with the rules of numerology, the reverse alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. Lyon, France, and Scottish have overlap in two of those ciphers, 113 and 49. This event is directly connected to the burning of Notre Dame 49, which came on what would have been Victor Hugo's 49th day of his age if he was still alive. Came 48 days after his birthday, or what would have been his 49th day of his age, as we covered April 15th. Notice CNN in their article is sure to get a 113 in there, letting you know what time this happened. Eastern Standard Time. That's not an accident. The mainstream media uses this code every single day. Now notice from April 15th to May 24th is 39 days later. Victor equals 39, so does Masonry, so does secrecy. Masonry is based in the 39 books of the Old Testament. Today, May 24th, 19, it's a date with 48 numerology. We have an explosion in the headlines in Lyon, France, explosion 48. Lyon also sums to 42, as does explosion. Guess that's why you want to know the alphabetic order forwards and backwards. They're saying it was a parcel bomb, 42. Pay attention when they put out the image of it. You know, what did we see here last October in the U.S.? We saw supposedly package bombs being sent through the mail, but there was no postage on any of them. Mocking the people, contrived propaganda. Of course, Freemason sums to 42 and 48. The Bavarian Illuminati is a Masonic organization. So here's May 24th, the 144th day of the year. By the way, Jesuit order is 144, another power player in the world cabal. But today, leaving 221 days left in the year. The Bavarian Illuminati 221. And let's see, where was it at? Where's CNN's headlines that I linked? You know, it was things like this. We will rebuild it. The media emphasizes that phrase. This is after the Notre Dame fire. We will rebuild it, 22195, just like the Bavarian Illuminati. Notre Dame also 95. But this latest news coming on the day leaving 221 days left in the year. Illuminati's 48. Again, we have the 48 date numerology. Explosion 48. Today's date also has a life lesson number of 41. Notre Dame's also 41. This story directly connected. It's also noteworthy that from today to Bastille Day, which is French Independence Day, July 14th, 51 days later, Victor Hugo sums to 51, as does conspiracy. July 14th, written 14/7, like 147 in France, conspiracy and Freemason 147. And the World Cabal does control the world with conspiracy while programming the masses to dismiss the word, to put theorist at the end of it, when in fact it's conspiracy facts. So, says Lyon is a banking and technology city. What the Illuminati's big on. The book by Victor Hugo, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, came out March 16th, 1831. We talked about how from the release date to the burning of Notre Dame was 188 years and days. It was the 188 that was crucial because when you write out Bavarian Illuminati, it equals 188. If you say the Bavarian Illuminati, it's 221. But 188 is important too. Over here in the U.S., where we have Illuminati symbolism all over our $1 bill, the denominations of dollar bills in the U.S. are the 1, the 2, the 5, the 10, the 20, the 50, the 100. You add it up, 188. Again, Victor Hugo was talked about a lot in news headlines at the time of the Notre Dame burning because of his book. And we talked about how from the date of the fire to the date of his death was 38 days later. Fire equals 38, as does death. Notre Dame burned on a date with 38 numerology. We also talked about how from Victor Hugo's birthday on the 57th day of the year, well, we'll get to this piece, but he is born on the 57th day of the year, Hugo 57, Victor Hugo 57, Scottish Rite 57. His birth numerology is 48, just like how we're hearing about a bombing or an explosion today at Victor Hugo Road. Again, on another 48 date numerology, the big Illuminati number. And from his birthday to the burning of Notre Dame was 48 days after, or his 49th day of his would-be age. Notice also the 1 month and 20 days. Illuminati is 120 with the alphabetic order, 48 with the alphabetic order and rules numerology. Paris also on the 48th parallel. So there's the span of 49 days from his birthday to the burning. Again, Notre Dame, Scottish, talking about the same numbers. There were the headlines about the billionaires donating $113 million and $226 million. 113 and 226. Might have covered those in separate posts. But 226, like Victor Hugo's birthday, February 26th. Oh, in the U.S., 113 million. Selma Hayek's husband. 113, just like Lyon, France, like Scottish. Here was one of CNN's headlines, the day of the fire. Fire rages at Notre Dame, 96 and 120. Freemason 96, Illuminati 120. Again, this stuff not an accident. They do this every day in the media. And I should mention that Notre Dame, Catholic structure, my first thought was to measure with the Pope. Pope's birthday is December 17th. From his birthday to the burning of Notre Dame was 119 days. Vatican 119, Francis 119, fire ritual 119. In light of today's latest news, coming on the 144th day of the year, 2 years ago on this day, Donald Trump met with the Pope. Donald Trump went to the Jesuit school Fordham. Pope Francis is the first publicly Jesuit Pope. Jesuit order is 144. So, again, this is the unholy alliance. Masonry in high places. Scottish Rite, Jesuits, Knights Templar, Illuminati. You got to say, what are the odds? 119 days after Francis' birthday, the face of the Vatican. So. And for another reminder, the book that brought the Illuminati to light for a lot of people was the Da Vinci Code. And by the way, Da Vinci's birthday is April 15th, the same day Notre Dame burned. Last year in 2018, there was a major fire in South America at one of its most historic museums, and the Da Vinci Code set on museums, and we talked about how this incident was an Illuminati ritual too. The burning was September 2nd. Museum burned on 9/2. Museum 92. Fires 29. The date can be written 2/9. That was a date with 49 numerology as well. It was a museum fire 49. Scottish 49. Same numbers on Notre Dame. And they called it the National Museum. National's 49, as is September. The National Museum, the full title, 95, like incalculable, like the Bavarian Illuminati, like Notre Dame. Same numbers coming up again and again. The Jesuit order's birthday, by the way, is September 27th, the day leaving 95 days left in the year. But the other thing about September 2nd is it leaves 120 days left in the year. And again, Illuminati is 120. So, when you know the code that they work by, it's not hard to see what's going on. People are interested in control, and they use psychological warfare every single day. You know, it's usually fear-based, like an explosion from some boogeyman. We'll leave it there, Truth Seeker. Until next time.